So guess what? People are whispering that Meghan Markle is totally fed up with South Park making fun of her all the time, and now the buzz is she is ready to clap back big time, and some even say she wants to shut them down completely and honestly. The drama sounds like it is only getting more wild and a little scary.
And look, South Park is known for satire and for mocking people. No one is safe. This isn't the first time they've done an episode on the royal family, but this particular episode was quite scathing and the grains of truth that it held. And I'm not sure how the Sussexes are taking it. Obviously, it is a cartoon.
Just can't leave us alone, can you? Oh my God, he's so obsessed with us.
You've had it harder than literally any other person on the planet. Even Jesus, nailed up to the cross, didn't suffer as much as you. I know. Just love that this is what the Lord willed me to do with my will, to make another podcast where celebrities can talk about how hard their lives are, not to help people. No.
Find yourself a man who will worship you, cherish you, and most importantly, love you for the insufferable narcissist that you are. I have full body chills right now.
But you're the same.
You're the same.
Like, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of these celebrities that start these things, they can't keep up. You know, like the Meghan Markles, they just can't keep faking it. It's too hard.
Meghan Markle, they've just learned the hardest of lessons, which is, if you start a brawl, do not be surprised if you end up getting punched twice as hard. In fact, South Park has just knocked them out.
There isn't a tear in sight. It's an actor's trick.
So why did you say yes to doing the show?
Because it's you. And to me, that means...
So South Park just dragged Meghan Markle again, making fun of her Archetypes talk with Jamie Kern-Lima, where she was rambling about magic pretzels and best friend vibes and Trey Parker and Matt. Stone cut it up into pure awkwardness that the internet can't stop laughing at.
This woman looks to me like a malignant narcissist. This woman has zero self-awareness.
I love that your eyes are sparkling right now. You know, Meghan, how are you today? Which, by the way, I just have to say, yes.
Enjoy them.
I forgot to have fun. You're right. You're right.
That 2-hour podcast that I just had to sit through with Jamie Keen-Lima, who is also very cut off from the rest of the world.
Word is Meghan Markle lawyers are gearing up because South Park made her look like a total diva without even naming her, and if she sues it could backfire, plus insiders say she is trying to get the clip pulled, but we all know that only makes South Park go harder, and the drama is just heating up.
Wow. I know. Yeah. You just have to prove, like you have the proof that you're proving that you can prove the proof. It's divine intervention that God brought you to this podcast today. Want some pretzels? I put them in a bag myself. These pretzels are divinely ordered pretzels.
Yet another thing we both have in common, being besties with Oprah. Speaking of my fox of a prince husband, H, he just adores the living out of me. I can tell.
So things got wild when Meghan team hinted at suing, and fans dubbed it Parody Panic 2 since South Park roasted them before and blew up big, and now lawyers say she might try defamation, but Parody is protected and going to court could expose all her stories, while South Park already has a comeback episode ready called The Princess Strikes Back, and the mess is only growing.
Our entrepreneurial spirits, our philanthropic efforts, our severe lack of self-awareness. Well, I'd also like to point out that I'm a mom, a wife, a friend, a biracial person of Africanese descent. I had Oprah on my show once. You did, and I was interviewed by Oprah.
If it's truly what we want, then we really can get away from it all. No more magazines and Netflix shows. We really can live a normal life. Yes, I'm sure you agree, darling. We can be the people we talked about being, with no more worries about how we look or the image we project to people. What matters is what we have on.
What do Americans really think of Harry and Meghan? We despise that.
So South Park never names Meghan or Harry, but the hints are so clear, and that's why suing looks pointless, since Parody is fully protected in the US and no one thinks the show is real anyway. Yet rumors say she still might try while the internet is already partying over it.
Do you think you'll be married forever?
Yes.
I have a letter.
He's also a fox. If you haven't noticed, my husband's very, very handsome. But his heart is even more beautiful.
Something's up here. See that little shoulder shrug when she said yes?
Yes, yes,
Did you hear how high her voice was when she said yes?
yes.
When we're stressed, our larynx closes up a little bit and our voice tone gets a little bit higher. That's why the pitch of the S is so high.
What we're doing here is as, if not more important than solving world hunger. Wow. I practiced really hard to come off as genuine. So did I. I think it's worth it. I do too.
So after the episode, things blew up with clips of Meghan turned into viral dances and pretzel mugs, selling online, and now many think the cartoon is the real story, and the more her team fights it, the bigger it spreads. Even Hollywood and sponsors are backing off, and the next round of backlash is coming from outside streaming.
Welcome to Jamie Lima's show.
Her show is unlike any I've ever done.
A revelation. When you listen, it feels like a hug, but your brain and your spirit and your heart is like, wow.
When I look into Jamie's eyes, I feel like I am on some other cosmic level with her.
I could see the light around her. She's infused with light.
I don't care. Don't care.
What the hell?
What did he just say? He victimized me. It's because I'm an ethnic woman.
He can't do that. I'll say, wait, you're ethnic? This is an outrage. There's this horrible spy who lives across the street from us, and we're gonna get him back by changing our brand.
As this you? Sorority girl, actress, influencer, victim.
Yeah, that's totally me.
So the twist is people noticed Meghan still using her Duchess title on private notes after a card leaked online, and Reddit went wild, turning the jokes into a debate about her obsession with status, while experts and late-night hosts mocked her. And critics said she should focus on charity, but the memes drowned it all, and then came a shocking turn.
Zoom in here and it says, with the compliments of Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Sussex. That is a title that was stripped from her when she and Harry made their whole racism debacle and left the UK, left their royal duties, and moved to the US to bug all of us. She's using it in private with her friends. That's even weirder than if they were still trying to milk the titles in public. That is just like all the confirmation that I need that this woman is just obsessed with being a royal, that is all this was all about. That she's angry that she screwed the pooch by claiming racism and basically getting kicked out of the family. She just can't give up the HRH titles that quickly. Like, this is literally what she has always wanted.
So experts say if Meghan sues, it could backfire since satire is protected, and court could expose her private stuff, which South Park would use, and if she loses. She looks worse with tabloids ready to pounce, and lawyers say it's like throwing a boomerang in a hurricane.
Before I go to bed almost every night, I email them.
Wow.
They will end up at one point in their life, maybe when they're 16 or when they're 18, that I say, here's an email that I've been keeping for you.
Because that's really what you want when you're 18. 40,000 emails, Maureen, from your mother.
These emails are so that when my children are of age, they can come to me and say, oh my God, you loved us so much. It's me.
It's divinely ordered how many times we've said I and me. Why did you say yes to this show? And then you're like, do it. I was like, what? You're like, do it. I was like, what? You're like, do it. And then I was scared.
So South Park already has skits ready to drop if Meghan makes a move, and they can turn court papers into jokes overnight while her team pushes for a response, and others say stay quiet, leaving her trapped as fans hype it up with episode reload. Trending and the drama now shifting from jokes to business.
So why did you say yes to doing this show?
Because it's you. And to me, that means
there isn't a tear in sight. It's an actor's trick.
You'll make yourself cry. Oh, I can do that so well. Oh my God, it's crazy.
Yes, took them out of the box, put them in some other packets, which seems to be Meghan's idea of cooking.
So the bombshell is after the South Park roast views spiked, millions talked about cringe podcast ads surged, but brands pulled back. Netflix is rethinking deals, Dior cooled off, and it's clear this is now hurting her market value with more shocks ahead.
We have never done this on the Jamie Lima show before, but we brought in our rocking chairs, we're in our comfy cozies, and with not a stitch of makeup on. Literally none. That's right. Except for primer, concealer, foundation, highlighter, contour, blush, mascara, and a little bit of eyeliner. Same, plus a ton of bronzer.
When you were saying, like, do you want to just do like cozies and no makeup? I like the idea of like, okay, great, let's let them see us.
Nobody talks like that. Nobody acts like that, because that's weird behavior that we're seeing from both of these people if we're supposed to be thinking under the impression that they're being authentic.
So now even her charities feel the heat, with donors backing off and a kids' gala cutting her speech, while Palace aides Debate silence and her team scrambles for a plan, but every move risks more jokes and her images, slowly fading under non-stop punchlines before an unexpected twist hit.
Now, there is no doubt about it that Meghan Markle's viral video created a new negative wave of backlash against her that resulted in many other studios actually deciding to put any kind of affiliation with her either to a halt or firing her directly. That's exactly what happened with both Paramount and A24.
So now the mess is only getting bigger because Harry is said to be really upset and feels totally stuck since on one side. He wants to protect Meghan and stand with her, but on the other side he is scared of another huge war with the press that could drag on forever, and people close to him whisper that he actually told her it is better to walk away because their advisors warn that if she takes this to court, it would open the floodgates with tabloids digging through private texts, old emails, podcast drafts, and maybe even personal calls, and that kind of exposure could make Archewell look weaker than ever. And in Hollywood, things are not smooth either because one big producer already hit pause on a mental health project thinking the lawsuit drama would swallow it whole, and now Meghan team is split into camps with some crisis managers saying keep it humble and admit nothing, some saying fight back with full legal fire, and others suggesting a flashy new charity announcement to change the story. But no matter what option they pick, it feels like a trap because South Park writers are sitting quietly sharpening their jokes, ready to pounce on whatever move she makes, and fans online are already predicting the saga will keep looping like a never-ending series where every new step just gives the cartoon more fuel to roast them again and again. So now the drama inside is heating up because Harry is begging for calm while Meghan wants control, and that clash is shaking their whole united image. But then comes a wild twist because South Park merch partners dropped limited edition pretzel shirts, and they sold out in hours with money going to veterans charity, flipping the headlines from mocking Meghan to praising satire for doing good. And suddenly she is trapped, since suing the show would mean suing a fundraiser too, and at the same time a Hollywood agent leaked that her endorsement value has crashed over 20%, making brands panic, while Spotify execs even joked that the flop from her podcast is now replaced by meme fame. And still, Palace insiders say she thinks this is just a small optics dip, but then reality hit harder because after weeks of secret calls, her team finally dropped the lawsuit idea, knowing court would only make every joke permanent, while South Park kept soaring with huge ratings unused, scripts ready, hashtags booming, and pretzel merch flying off shelves, proving the score is satire 1, image control 0. And the bigger lesson here is push too hard and the internet takes over the story and writes the ending for you, leaving everyone waiting to see if Meghan will try to relaunch her image with charity or reload her PR cannons, while fans sit popcorn in hand watching for the next twist.